Okay, we're ready to roll.
Okay,
So, just tell us a little bit about yourself and introduce to the ONO team who you are.
okay, sure. My name is Ghulam and I live in Lahore, the second largest city in Pakistan. Um, if I start from my childhood, I was actually a naughty and a kind of stupid person who used to talk without thinking. But after the financial crisis in 2000, I actually had to adopt this maturity thing from an early age. Like when I was 17, I started working with my father at his pharmacy along with my studies. And after I completed my master's degree in 2012, I started doing two jobs at a time to meet the over what you say household expenses. But after doing it for almost 5 years, I actually realized that job isn't something that is going to be a game changer in my life. So after realizing that, uh, I, uh, I quit one of the jobs and started working on some of my own projects. Steamit was one of them. So currently, I've been working as a trainer and a quality control executive in a chat support company. So, in short, Ghulam Mujtaba is a person who wants freedom. He wants to get rid of this slavery thing. He wants peace within himself, and yes, he wants to educate people not to ruin their lives as I did.
Awesome. Very good. I'm going to charting. So the next question is, what does a
Yeah.
super partner mean to you and why do you want to become a super partner?
Okay. Uh, I guess it's everything. Suppose, like, let me give you an example. If I make a similar app today with all this sophisticated technology and everything perfectly placed without those super partners, then it would be like swimming in an empty pool. Like people would be spamming, people would be sharing abusive content, sharing stuff that promotes racism, and
Yeah.
it would be a platform where everyone would be taking care of their self-interest. And we have already experienced this on steamit as well, where people
Yeah.
have more steam power and with a low quality content are just raping the reward pool, and people who have low steam power and sharing a high quality stuff are always asked to be to be calm, patient, and wait for a miracle. And as far as why I'm interested in becoming a ONO super partner, there are three reasons. First, it is something similar to what I normally do at my work. Like one of the tasks I normally do on daily basis is to monitor the quality of conversations we are having with the US, UK, and Canadian customers, and then after that, making a plan to actually improve those conversations in the future. So it is something related to my current job as well. Second, I'm actually a type of person who cannot be easily convinced. Like being an accountant, I have a very skeptical type of approach of dealing with things. And I guess every super partner who would be doing this thing should have this quality of seeing things from different angles. This is the second reason, and the third one is uh, ONO is going to be a big game changer when it comes to a decentralized social media. And if you play an important role in the beginning in building something that is going to be a big thing, you are gonna reward it in the longer run. And yes, you feel proud. Like yes, I was one of them who actually built this thing. So these are the answers of your questions.
Awesome. Thanks. Question is we're recording now is what type of work have you been doing for ONO already and what kind of work and contributions have you done similar to the super partner work in the past, like in Steemit? And I mean,
Okay.
Ghulam's been so good with Slothacorn and helping me out. I just want to add that in there. So
Thank you. No
go for
problem.
it. Hmm.
Okay, as far as the similar thing, doing similar thing is concerned, I already told you about the job description that I guess is similar to the job role of super partner, and along with that, again, I've been working as a curator for Slothicon project on STEMIT, and I've been doing it very consistently. And the reason why I'm doing this with the bottom of my heart and with this consistency is just because I love doing this thing. Okay, and as far as doing something for ONO is concerned, I actually working on some articles that I'll be sharing on Facebook, on STEMIT, and on every social media about letting the people know what this platform is all about. And I have an idea of writing an article where I would be mentioning the differences between the working of STEMIT and the working of ONO, like the big differences between these two social platforms. So it might help the people on STEMIT to realize that ONO is actually a big thing as compared to STEMIT. So that's it.
Awesome. Next question is regarding how are we going to bridge the divide between the East and the West in a more like a global culture on Ono, because I feel like there will be people that are necessary to kind of bridge the cultural gaps, and I feel like you're already doing that in your job. But what
Yeah.
do you feel about that?
Okay, I just have one thing to say about this, and this is what I have been telling people from a long time, and that is do not trust the mainstream media. Like we all have been brainwashed in such a way that we actually uh, judge everything from east to west, with the piece of information being provided from the centralized social media, from the newspapers, and blah blah blah. We have to educate our illiterate and literate persons to first research before making a judgment or assumption about anything, like about a group of people, about a country, about a state or a city. Like if you cannot actually judge or assume anybody if you haven't met a person in your
Right.
real life, and you actually cannot assume anything if you have not physically went to that country or meet that person. So these small assumptions and judgments are responsible for the gap we see today on this planet. And thanks to our politicians and our centralized media for misguiding us. So yes, this is the only way we actually can reduce the gap by communicating with the people of different cultures and seeing the real story behind ourselves.
Awesome. Very good. Thank you so much for the good answer.